Halfway between Boston and Providence, it's the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go here on Monday night. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Look wide. Get this one complete. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. So got it. The tight end comes in motion. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They're going to go play action with Penix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance. But I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough. And they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Penix. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. And 3rd down coming up. They give to Hall. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He's got room at the 30. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his 1st target. And I don't think it's going to be his last.
Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Hall. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. And he will score. Reese Hall, touchdown Cincinnati. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball is going to come out to the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Here's 3rd and 2. Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. Wow! And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Give up the middle with Hall. Whoa! And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Second down and 8. So quarter 1. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. So got it. The tight end comes in motion. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. From the gun, here is Penix.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now, this looks like a design run.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He'll look to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screenplay.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. Good running inside the 25. And he's going to take this all the way home. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, New England. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Pats will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. He'll get this out wide. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. They'll come up here, first and 10. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, it's Penix. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting the third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. And when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. They'll go again with Hall. He is in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, Bengals. What a start to the year. His second touchdown in this opening half. Butker's extra point is good, and the Bengals will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
On 1st down, it's Penix. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
This one is caught by Dotson. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Another run here with Hall. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They're going to go, and it's Hall. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half. From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. Now Penix. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
3 seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. First and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And this ball's going to go out of bounds, not the way you want to begin the second half. The football will be marked at the 40-yard line. Here's a give to Gibbs on the zone read. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. That's caught by Gibbs. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's into the end zone. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Patriots. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. Into the secondary at the 45. Down the sideline, inside the 25. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. Back to throw. Here's Penix. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
3rd down, 3 to go. To throw is Penix, and he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Bengals going to extend their lead. It's now 24-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. Breathing room up past the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds. They mark him up near the 35-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 33 yards. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed right. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give to Gibbs, running right. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
What a good run there. That's going to put him over 100 for today's game, Mike. And it just seems as the game goes on, this guy just seems to get better and better.
They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Touchdown, New England. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. He connects with Mims. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Finds an alley to the 35. Ooh. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. We are through. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. They'll run. It's Hall. And he's into the end zone yet again. Reese Hall. Touchdown, Bengals. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40. They hand it to Gibbs. Whoa! And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now, this defense has no answers.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. The first-round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a first down. They'll run it to the right here with Gibbs. And he will score! Game on! Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Patriots. That his second touchdown tonight. Now, faking the give. That'll be caught. And he gets into the end zone. So a huge part of the comeback right there. They get the two-point conversion. It's now a one-score game here in the fourth. So it is back to a one-point game now in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Penix on third down. He finds Mims. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. picked up by one of his teammates.
And I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
They will run it over center with Hall. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Breece Hall, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. Fourth and a couple. They'll try and throw it with Penix. And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down. Here's Hall. Woo! And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll drop to throw. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be brought down.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
A run on first and goal. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Third and 2, and Penix. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's fourth down.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force fourth down.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on fourth and goal. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this fourth quarter. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. That one good for a dozen, and a very quick first down.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
He's going to dial up another deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night from Foxborough.